We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is looking forward to the country's stronger ties with the United States of America. He said he is counting on the U.S. as a key partner in achieving economic transformation, focusing on enhancing the country's education system along with improving the workforce's technical abilities. The details from Marita Mawahi.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. held a series of dialogues yesterday with 3 U.S. private companies in New York, particularly with executives of NuScale Power, Waste Fuel, and Boeing. He also met with other U.S. business leaders during the New York Stock Exchange Forum and urged them to invest in the country as he assured them of a robust and resilient economy. He said his engagement at the forum serves as an invaluable opportunity to share with business leaders how the Philippines is ramping up its efforts to open the economy and accelerate a post-pandemic recovery.
The United States and the Philippines have strong and enduring ties in trade and commerce, among many other areas of cooperation. The U.S. is our third largest trading partner and second major source of foreign direct investment applications in 2021. To international investors, the Philippines offers high-quality labor, a large consumer market, and a wide range of fiscal and non-fiscal incentives. At the same time, we remain committed to maintaining sound macroeconomic fundamentals, providing a clear development roadmap.
Marcos cited key legislations that further liberalize the economy, which include the lowering of the corporate income tax rates, rationalizing fiscal incentives, reducing the minimum paid-up capital requirements for foreign businesses, and allowing full foreign ownership of companies providing public services.
Our gross domestic product is projected to grow by 6.5% to 7.5% this year, by 6.5% to 8% from 2023 to 2028. The employment situation has improved following the temporary disruption caused by the pandemic. The unemployment spike of 17.6% in April 2020 fell drastically to 5.2% in July this year, the lowest record for all July rounds of our labor force survey since 2005. Manufacturing activity has accelerated, staying above the growth threshold of 50 for the past 7 consecutive months and settling at 51.2 last August. Trade is back to double-digit growth, with demand for trade partners boosting our exports and with domestically situated firms importing more inputs in anticipation of rising demand. At the same time, with our commitment to fiscal discipline, the country's debt-to-GDP ratio has improved to 62.1% as of end June this year from 63.5% in the previous year. At the height of the COVID-19 crisis, the government implemented massive stimulus programs to readily support the most vulnerable sectors. Although our borrowings increased substantially during the pandemic, we continue to reduce the cost of our public debt through judicious debt management. Now that the economy is reverting to normalcy, the government is likewise heading back to the path of fiscal consolidation. We will reduce the government debt-to-GDP ratio to below 60% by 2025 and further down to 51.2% by the end of my term in 2028. Our economy's resilience to crises is recognized internationally. The Philippines has maintained its investment-grade credit ratings throughout the pandemic amid the wave of rating downgrades globally. As we look forward to achieving upper middle income status, we are also gearing up for A territory credit ratings in the medium term. On the external front, we have sufficient buffers against external shocks.
He also said the wide range of fiscal and non-fiscal incentives in the country makes the country a key destination for investments.
We seek partnerships in many areas of our development agenda. in public infrastructure, such as mass transit systems, airports, toll roads, in public services, in digitalization initiatives, in the energy development agenda, in efforts to modernize agriculture, and in programs aimed at strengthening our industries, to just name a few. For American businesses, we offer investment opportunities in areas such as information technology and business process management, or IT BPM, medical products and devices, electric vehicles and batteries, agribusiness and telecommunications infrastructure and services. Despite external headwinds, the Philippines' economy's resilience, reinforced by sound policies and decisive leadership, makes us confident about our future.
As part of his working visit to the US, Marcos said he is looking forward to personally meeting US President Joe Biden. He will also continue to hold dialogues with American business people and heads of companies. For the Pna Newsroom, I am Marita Muaje.
The Department of Migrant Workers is ready to assist overseas Filipino workers affected by the magnitude 6.8 earthquake in Taiwan last Sunday. DMW Secretary Susan Toots Ople guaranteed that the Philippine Overseas Labor Office and other officials in Taiwan are constantly monitoring the situation of Filipino workers and gives regular updates. As of Monday noon, there are no reported Filipino casualties or damage to OFW work sites or dormitories. Ople urged OFWs to stay connected with the Filipino community and follow manpower and other government agencies. OFWs in Taiwan in need of assistance and information may contact the Polo hotlines in Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. At least one death and 146 injuries have been reported in the magnitude 6.8 earthquake that struck southeast Taiwan, with some 500 people stranded due to landslides. There are at least 147,000 OFWs in Taiwan. Meanwhile, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, reported that no Filipinos have been affected or injured by Typhoon Nanmadol in Japan. In a text message, DFA spokesperson Maria Teresita Daza said some Filipinos in Kagoshima Prefecture have opted to follow local authorities and evacuate to nearby evacuation centers. Daza assured the public that the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka continues to monitor the situation. Some areas in Metro Manila and nearby provinces suspended their classes this morning due to the inclement weather conditions. Classes are suspended in all levels on public and private schools in Caloocan, Las Piñas, Malabon, Marikina, Muntinlupa, Navotas, Parañaque, Valenzuela, Pateros, Pasay, and Taguig. Classes in all levels in private and public schools in the entire Rizal province and the towns of Silang, Ternate, Kawit, Tanza, Bacoor, and Maragondon in Cavite are likewise suspended. UP Diliman also announced the suspension of its face-to-face classes. According to Pag-asa, the effect of southwest monsoon, or Habagat, will bring moderate with at times heavy rain in the next 24 hours over Metro Manila, Zambales, Bataan, Calabarzon, Bicol Region, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Northern Palawan, including Puyo and Calamian Island. And those are the latest from the PNA Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I am William Theo. Good afternoon, everyone.